Hey everyone, welcome. This is Kelley, and today I'd like to share with you this large junk journal elements holder that I made and how you can make one too. I have 10 envelopes in here. They are made from 12 by 12 paper pad. I used a 3-hole pamphlet stitch to secure each envelope into my cover. The cover is made from a bread box and covered in a pillowcase, and I still need to decorate it. I have this really cool button that I'd like to use, but not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. So let's have a look inside. Simple tie closure, and it opens up and we have this. Inside is lined with some pretty paper, and then I have the 10 envelopes, all various colours, but I still think that looks really pretty all together. For the closures of each envelope, I use these magnets on the inside flap and inside the actual envelope itself, so that holds it closed nice and firmly and they don't come open as you're flipping through the pages. This one has some envelopes, and I was thinking that I might put a sample on the front of each envelope so that I know what's inside without having to open them. I think that could be quite cute. This envelope has some tags in here, just hiding away, ready to use for when I need it. These ones have some paper clip bases ready to go, and so on. You can fill them as you need them. They're nice spacious envelopes, so you've got quite a decent amount of room to use. Sits together really nicely, and yeah, I love it. So if you'd like to see how I made this and to make one yourself, stay tuned. That is next. I'm starting with my cover, and it is made from a bread box. I have lined the spine with some material just to help reinforce it, and I will stitch down here as well. It's a nice large size to ensure I can fit lots in here. For the large envelopes, I use 12 by 12 paper and a scoreboard. You can just fold these if you don't have one. So I am going to punch and score at 5-inch mark on this board. Our paper is too large for this scoreboard to score all the way through, so all I do is flip it around, line up the score line again, and just finish it off. And now we don't need to measure at all now. We just line up the score line with the punch it again, and score through. This side being the shorter side, we can score all the way, no problem, first go. And then I'll just do the other sides the same. And here is our envelope template, and we just need to fold this up now. And there's our envelope. I will now make the rest and do some stitching and be right back. Here is my cover ready to go. I have stitched around it and made it look all nice. I lined the inside with this pretty shimmery paper just for some extra prettiness. I used a pillowcase as the fabric cover. I have punched my holes ready to sew my envelopes in. I don't have an awl, so my pokey thing is a corn on the cob holder, and it works really good. Clean one, of course. Here are my 10 envelopes. I've stitched around them to finish them off, make them look that little bit nicer. For my holes, I used a template that I measured up for where I wanted my holes to be, drew the line and then punched along there so everything was as level as possible. Inside of the envelopes I've reinforced just on the flaps to help with sturdiness. And I will sew them in here like so. So let me just grab my thread and let's sew in our first envelope. You could probably use your template here again, line it up, mark your holes. That would probably be easy. I'm just going to eyeball it. Works for me. We start on the inside and thread through the center hole first and pull that through. Then I'm going to come up and go through the bottom hole. Then I'll come all the way up the top and go through this top hole here. And then we go back through the center hole to complete our pamphlet stitch for envelope number 1. Pull it firm but not too tight in case you tear your paper, and tie it off and then snip off your excess. And that's our envelope all sewn in. Now we need to deal with this flap. You could cut it off, but I am going to fold mine because I'm putting magnets under here to be my closure for the envelopes. I'll just grab my magnets, place it on this top flap, so then when it's folded down, the magnet is facing outwards, which is what we want. Add glue to your envelope and seal it up. Okay, so I'll take that out and we're going to put it on our top magnet now. I just line it up, sit it on the magnet and glue it down. Now I'll just repeat that process off camera, and I will pop back in and we will sew the last envelope together, just in case you want to see that process again. Okay, so here is our envelope number 10, ready to be sewn in. All the others are in there and waiting. I'm getting much better at this 3-hole pamphlet stitch thing. I'm actually quite enjoying it. So same process before, starting on the inside and going through the center hole first. Then come down and go through the bottom hole. And then back up and through the top hole. And back through the center hole. Pull it firmly and tie it off and snip off your excess. And that's all our envelopes in. Flip through them and press them down, make sure they're sitting all nicely. They're looking really good. I'm really happy with that. And now I will just go through and put all the magnets in and glue them all down and fill it up with my base elements. That's it from me for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon for my next video. Bye!